What does our dream team have in store for us this week? Come on in and let's find out. Hello, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to another weekly Winged Wisdom Oracle reading for the week of November 22nd. Hoping everyone is doing well and that you're smiling and that you are shining brightly and that you are preparing for this holiday season that is coming up. Wishing you and yours all the best during this time. So let's find out what our dream teams have in store. Let's call in all the archangels, ascended masters, highest guides, light beings, elementals, creature teachers, loved ones in spirit. Come on into this space to give us the clarity and guidance that we need to really support ourselves through this, the beginning of this holiday season. And let's really find ways to make it as joyful as possible. So this week we are pulling cards from the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And the card that we have is, one of my absolute favorites, Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups symbolizes new beginnings. It's an outpouring of emotion. It's an initiation into a new path. Cups energy is the realm of emotion. It's the realm of the psychic. There's a lot of love here. This is a card of hope. This is a card of exciting new fresh starts and new ways of feeling in the world. For those of you who are having relationship issues or looking for love, this is a card that says, hey, we are getting ready to embark on a new journey. We're getting ready to embark on a new adventure, and that love is in the air. For those of you who are in relationship or wanting to expand into that a little bit more, feeling more loved, feeling more expansive within it, feeling more secure in it, this is a card that shows you how to access that I want to say that inner stream, that inner frequency of love, so that you can be the love that you wish to receive from your partner and open them up to the understanding and awareness that they can do the same for you. So this is just, as cheesy as it sounds, this is a magical card, and I feel that this week it's coming through for all of us because there are new beginnings. There are fresh ways to approach all relationships, to approach all communications. And these are, our inner circle relationships, and these are also the encounters that we have with other people. I know we don't think about, the guy or the girl behind the counter at the grocery store as there being a relationship, but when you have an interaction and you exchange energy, there is a relationship of sorts that is kind of built into the mix. From a spiritual or an energetic perspective, we are all in relationship with one another. We're all on each other's stages, playing different roles in each of our plays, in each of our musicals, and if you want it to be a musical, in each of our movies, and our TV shows. So I feel like this week it's important for you to consider how you are going to interact with each individual. Think about, what type of partner do I want to be in this relationship, in this dynamic? Whether that is inner circle or whether that is, the person at the grocery store and everyone in between. Consider how you wish to be. Consider the kind of partner that you wish to be. And I want to say, play it out in your mind and feel it as though it has already happened. Take a few moments to play out in your mind different scenarios and interactions that you're about to have for the day. Let's say you're laying in bed in the morning before you get out of bed. Take 5 minutes to just kind of go, okay, I know I'm going to meet this person and this person and this person. I know I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to be at the doctor's office today. What kind of relationships would I like to create? What kind of partner do I want to be in this play of life? What kind of player do I want to be on stage? What kind of partner do I want to be on stage to my fellow actors? Do I want to be more improvisational? Do I want to be, more a team player? Do I want to be the solid one that knows their lines to a T so that everybody can rely on them when they show up on stage? We know she's going to be able to bring us where we need to be, or he's going to always keep us on track. Ask these questions of yourself before you start your day. And it doesn't mean you have to be totally thinking about that when you're interacting and doing your things, but taking 10 minutes in the morning to set your intention, to give some thought to it, initiates, that's the word I'm looking for, initiates a process on that energetic level. And you'll be amazed at what you come across. You'll be amazed at the people that you connect with. You'll be amazed at the exchanges that you have, and you will feel love. You will feel an overabundance of love. You will feel an overflowing and an overpouring of your emotions in a positive way. This is a time for heart opening. So don't be afraid to allow that heart to open in the way that it wants to. She's also holding this beautiful bowl, and inside the bowl is a heart that's sort of, beaming out and coming to life. And she's holding it right at her chest. So it does feel like, the heart is coming out of the chest. It's a heart revolution. And I feel like you want to think about that this week. How can I participate in a heart revolution? How can I expand my heart to not only benefit myself, but to benefit those that I interact with? How can I offer my heart light? How can I offer that heart light to those in need without losing it? You want to think about, I'm offering it and I'm also receiving something in return. This is also a card of reciprocity. An overflowing cup, it's always overflowing, ever overflowing. So you're never depleted, you're never without. It's not offering your heart to those who are going to deplete it. It's offering your heart to those who are willing to offer their heart to you. So there's reciprocity there. All right, and our oracle deck for this week is from a deck that's new to me. I just got it a couple weeks ago and I've been really enjoying working with it. It is the Pure Magic Oracle deck by Andreas Engracia. I hope I spoke that name correctly. It's got beautiful imagery on the back. We've got some birds, we got some beautiful black birds and some purple. I just love it. Voodoo roots, respect, survival, liberation, and freedom. What I love about this card I'm drawn to are the three children that are playing. They're innocent, they're naked, and they don't care whether they're naked. They're not judging their body, they're not judging the shapes of their bodies. They're out in the sun, they're totally exposed, and they're having fun. I feel like this is what is required when we are stepping into this heart awakening and this heart expansion. We need to recognize that we are safe to do so, that it is a safe environment for us to do this with. If you're in a situation or in a relationship where you don't feel emotionally safe, that is not the person that you're going to practice this with. You're going to do this little exercise this week with people that you do feel safe with. Sometimes when you're in relationships that are not so fulfilling or providing that safety, it's safer to do this kind of thing with a stranger. Strangers typically are more open and receptive to other people oftentimes than we are with our own inner circle. When there is trigger, when there are, there's history there that we're trying to work through, problems, all that kind of stuff. Both are important. So when we're looking at Voodoo roots, respect yourself. When we talk about the heart space, what do most of us want? We want people in our lives who respect us for who we are, who give us the freedom or recognize that we have the freedom to be exactly who we are, to explore things that we choose to explore. That we also understand that other people have that ability to explore their lives in a way that brings them freedom. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll agree with it, but you understand and you respect it. You're not going to get in the way of that. The word survival is interesting. So when I talk about survival, I often think about going into survival mode, fight or flight. And this card is saying, in order for you to embrace what the Ace of Cups is bringing this week, you want to get out of survival mode. It's recognizing that, okay, not only am I surviving, I'm thriving. these choices that I'm making, this liberation that I am feeling, this heart opening, is opening me to the freedom where I can thrive, not just survive. I don't have to worry about, the hand to mouth of the energetics. I am full and overflowing. My cup runneth over. Wow, I'm using biblical references today. That's interesting. It's very unusual for me. So it's obviously coming through. So if you have a plethora of energy, you're not surviving. You're not just surviving. You're thriving. So even though it says survival on this card, I want you to think about the word thrive. How can I thrive in this environment? I have all the resources at my fingertips. I have the ability to reach out to others when I need assistance, when I need something that is going to help me to thrive in my chosen path, to thrive in my chosen career, to thrive in my chosen family. How do I step out of survival and expand that heart space to include thriving? And how can I help those around me to thrive as well? Play, not being afraid to be vulnerable, understanding that when I am vulnerable with you, you're able to be vulnerable back, and you're able to be vulnerable with other people. It's again, it's the heart revolution. It's a revolution. We are changing the way we do things. We are saying no more are we going to allow fear, and that's what survival is, right? When you think of survival, it's like, oh my God, you have to go out into the world and dodge bullets and, overcome all of these obstacles. And how am I going to feed myself? And how am I going to clothe myself? The world oftentimes feels like a battle, something that you have to survive. This card is saying, be vulnerable. The key to thriving is not hiding all of that stuff away. It's having fun, not being afraid to be naked and exposed, because it's fun. It's freeing to be able to do that. So consider also this week what you can release, what you've been hanging on to that is shame-based, that you can release, because that in itself brings about freedom. And then your cup overflows because you create more space to receive the good stuff, to receive the stuff that is more in alignment with where you're going. All right, let's pull a feather from the feather jar. Let's see what our dream teams want to share. Oh, a nice blue feather. Celebrate life. Yes, these kids are celebrating life. They're out there not a care in the world. They're celebrating life. Ace of Cups, it is an initiation. It's a celebration. You think about baptism or being initiated into a new rite or a new group or a new project, starting something new. It's exciting. You're able to celebrate life. This card in essence is a celebration. When you're looking at it, there's a celebration of the heart. The heart feels something wonderful and it wants to continue to feel that, and it wants to share that with the world. So celebrate life with yourself, but also celebrate it with others. It's that connection, that heart awakening, and those connections that you're making, how you're connecting with others. In essence, you are celebrating life with all of those connections. Even if you're, again, going to the grocery store and you're just, buying a thing of mustard because you're out of mustard. There's a way to celebrate that mundane task. There's a way to celebrate it, because every breath that we take, every moment, every step that we're walking, every moment that we are aware of our life, we are alive, and that is cause for celebration. So how can you celebrate your life more this week with yourself and with others, and step into that heart revolution? Expand the heart space. It only wants to expand for you. It's not against you. It's not going to harm you. It's expanding for you and through you. Recognize that you are a conduit for the divine as well. And that's really important. That's our reading for the week, guys. If you like what you see here, feel free to like, subscribe, and click that bell on my YouTube. I also have social media outlets like everybody else. Facebook and Insta. The Black Feather Intuitive is the handle. Would love to see you there. And if you'd like to connect with me directly on my website, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. Would love to connect with you. I've got a lot of really fun fun things to offer on the website, different blogs for information on archangels, on tarot, on just everyday stuff, empowerment. I also have a free reading today. We have a free reading. It's my feather jar. It's called The Touch of Feather. And you go on there, and every single day you can get your own free reading, and you get to pick the feather from the jar on your own. It's a really cool thing. So I would love to connect with you in that way as well. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you have the most amazing week. Happy holidays if you're celebrating Thanksgiving. Be safe, and we will see you next time. Ciao.